children of God can get together, and usually it doesn't happen right away, but we've been in environments where we've spent weeks together with other believers, and we've worshiped the Lord together for hours and hours, days and days. And it seems like on the earth, this is on the earth I'm talking about now, Stephen, but it seems like the first day you peel off one layer of humanness, you know, the sin and the pride and the plastic faces and the things the walls that you build up, and then the second day you peel off another layer, and then another, and finally we are worshiping God by our spirits, by a spirit of truth, and at that point, gosh, we see a little bit of heaven on earth, because there's this love and the unity amongst the brethren, and it is precious, priceless, more important, more wonderful than anything the earth has. You know, a lot of people want to know how heaven is going to look and what it's going to feel like, and all we can relate with is what's here. And the interesting thing is that there's so much that's similar. And of course, I've had years to think about what I saw and put a logical, scientific spin on it, if I can. At least I try when I can. There's a lot of similarities. For example, there seems to be gravity there. Heaven seems to have gravity. That was important for me to figure out, because I thought, well, if it didn't have gravity, then how can you have the flowing water? Look at that, water flowing. But then how are we moving around? We're not walking, are we? I don't feel walking. So angels have wings, but not all of the angels have wings. But how does this work? So there's a lot of similarities there. I noticed blue skies. I noticed trees, different trees, but trees, and there's a wall that looks, oh, I don't know. It doesn't look like any wall I know, but no. It's kind of like the wall in Jerusalem, maybe, in the old days, but I wasn't there when it happened, but maybe the wall around Jerusalem in the old days, except bigger and thicker by far. And people looked like people, except their smiles were bright, their eyes were brilliant, the skin had no age, signs of age. Here's what's interesting. You may or may not like this story, but I was ushered into the entrance of heaven. This was not going into the gate yet. That would happen later. But one of my first experiences was I was coming into the countryside, and I was coming down like a descending airplane, down onto a little road. And I still have my angelic guides behind me. And I see this huge wall in front of me. There's a gate, but I hadn't noticed that yet. I would later. But off to the left of this road that I was being ushered up, there was this grouping of people that were coming and assembling. Now, that's kind of funny. They weren't just waiting there. They were assembling. It was clear that they were assembling for me at the time that I arrived. And they hadn't been there early. They hadn't been waiting for, like we do at an airport or something. They were assembling, and I got there at the precise time that they all got there. And I noticed that these people, they had to be family. They had to be family, in my opinion, at first, because I had such a greeting of love and acceptance and joy. I mean, it was like when you haven't seen someone you really love for a long time and you just want to throw your arms around them. And I felt like that with these people. And I went and I looked, and I didn't recognize anybody as my blood family. And I sensed in my heart, because I was asking without using my lips, I was asking, well, who are these people?